The sands of Egypt have yielded untold treasures, monuments of staggering scale and artistry that tell tales of a civilization stretching back millennia. Yet, what if the greatest secrets still lie buried, unseen by modern eyes? For centuries, archaeologists have meticulously unearthed pyramids, temples, and tombs, mapping their intricate layouts. But the sheer vastness and ingenuity of the ancient Egyptian world compel us to consider that our current understanding might still be incomplete. Evidence, often subtle, now points to potential hidden spaces, chambers that could redefine our knowledge. The quest for understanding this ancient civilization is far from over. From Napoleon's scientific expedition in 1798, which brought to light the Rosetta Stone, to the systematic excavations of Flinders Petrie, traditional Egyptology has been the bedrock of our understanding. This involved painstaking work, picks, brushes, and meticulous record-keeping. These methods have uncovered an incredible number of sites and artifacts. However, such techniques are inherently either surface-level or require significant, often destructive, intrusion into ancient structures. The very success of traditional archaeology in revealing so much only magnifies the possibility that much more remains concealed, protected by layers of time and construction. The limitations of traditional methods spurred a new generation of Egyptologists and scientists to seek non-invasive ways to peer into the past. Over the last few decades, a revolution in technology has begun to transform the field. Tools once reserved for geology or particle physics are now being adapted to explore the hidden depths of ancient sites. This shift marks a significant turning point, moving from destructive excavation to a seeing without touching approach. These advancements promise to unlock secrets that have remained inaccessible, offering unprecedented glimpses into the hearts of millennia-old structures. One of the primary tools in this technological arsenal is ground-penetrating radar, or GPR. This technique involves sending electromagnetic waves into the ground or through walls and analyzing the reflections. Different materials, soil, rock, voids, or man-made structures, reflect these waves differently, creating a subsurface map. Dr. Sarah Parcak, a leading space archaeologist, notes that GPR can detect anomalies up to several meters deep, providing initial clues about potential hidden features. However, interpreting GPR data can be challenging, as various factors like soil moisture and material density can obscure clear readings, often leading to inconclusive results. Another valuable non-invasive method is infrared thermography. This technique measures temperature differences on a surface, which can indicate variations in the material behind it. For instance, a hidden chamber or void will likely have a different thermal signature than a solid wall. During the Scan Pyramids project in 2015, significant thermal anomalies were detected on the Great Pyramid, sparking intense interest. While thermal imaging can highlight areas of interest, it doesn't confirm the nature of what's behind the wall. It primarily acts as a screening tool, guiding further, more definitive investigations. Perhaps the most revolutionary technology for exploring large structures without intrusion is muon tomography. Muons are subatomic particles created when cosmic rays collide with Earth's atmosphere. They constantly shower the planet, and crucially, they pass through solid objects, but their trajectories are altered or absorbed depending on the density of the material. By placing detectors around or within a structure, scientists can measure the flux of muons. A higher flux in a particular direction indicates less dense material, like a void, while a lower flux suggests solid rock. This cosmic ray radiography allows researchers to create a 3D map of internal structures. The advent of these non-invasive technologies has fundamentally altered the approach to archaeological investigation in Egypt. Rather than speculative digging, researchers can now conduct targeted, evidence-based exploration. Dr. Zahi Hawass, former Minister of Antiquities, has often emphasized the importance of using scientific data to guide any physical intervention. This rigorous methodology ensures that potential discoveries are not only identified but also validated with multiple lines of evidence before any irreversible steps are taken. The goal is to maximize discovery while minimizing the impact on fragile ancient sites, representing a crucial evolution in the field. Among all the ancient monuments, the Great Pyramid of Giza, built for Pharaoh Khufu around 2580 to 2560 BC, remains perhaps the most enigmatic. For millennia, it stood as the tallest man-made structure, a testament to ancient engineering and astronomical knowledge. Despite centuries of exploration, its internal passages and chambers still hold mysteries. We know of the King's Chamber, the Queen's Chamber, and the Grand Gallery, yet theories of undiscovered spaces have persisted for generations. This enduring allure made it the perfect candidate for intense scientific scrutiny using the latest non-invasive technologies. In October 2015, the Egyptian Ministry of Antiquities, in collaboration with the HIP Institute and Cairo University's Faculty of Engineering, launched the ambitious Scan Pyramids project. This international mission brought together scientists from Japan, France, and Egypt, deploying a combination of infrared thermography, GPR, and crucially, muon tomography. The project's stated goal was to search for hidden chambers within 4 pyramids, including the Great Pyramid. This systematic, multidisciplinary approach marked an unprecedented effort to peer inside these ancient structures without disturbing their integrity, setting a new standard for archaeological investigation. Almost immediately, the Scan Pyramids project yielded intriguing results. In November 2015, thermal imaging revealed significant temperature differences on the Great Pyramid's eastern face. One section of limestone blocks registered several degrees hotter than adjacent areas. Experts from the project suggested this could indicate internal air currents, a change in material, or even a void. While not definitive proof of a chamber, these thermal anomalies provided critical hotspots for further investigation with more advanced techniques, narrowing the search area and validating the effectiveness of their chosen methodologies. Following the thermal anomalies, muon detectors were strategically placed both inside and outside the Great Pyramid. The first muons were detected in early 2016. By carefully mapping the trajectory of millions of these subatomic particles over many months, the scientific teams began to discern patterns. Initial data, particularly from detectors placed in the Queen's Chamber, suggested an unexpected excess of muons passing through a specific region above the Grand Gallery. This excess implied a less dense area, consistent with a void or an unknown chamber, building compelling evidence that something significant lay within the ancient structure. In November 2017, after 2 years of meticulous data collection and analysis, the Scan Pyramids project announced a groundbreaking discovery, a massive, previously unknown void within the Great Pyramid. The findings, published in the prestigious journal Nature, detailed a 30-meter-long cavity situated directly above the Grand Gallery. This was not a small anomaly but a significant structural feature. The announcement reverberated globally, confirming what many had long speculated: the Great Pyramid still held secrets. This marked the first discovery of a major inner structure in the Great Pyramid since the 19th century, confirming the power of non-invasive techniques. Further analysis by Professor Kunihiro Morishima of Nagoya University, a key member of the Scan Pyramids team, refined the understanding of the Big Void. It measures approximately 30 meters in length and has a cross-section similar to the Grand Gallery, suggesting a possible connection or similar purpose. Its precise orientation and dimensions were carefully mapped. What remains unknown is its exact form. Is it a horizontal passage, a series of connected rooms, or an entirely different structure? Its inaccessible location, deep within the pyramid, makes direct investigation challenging, fueling ongoing speculation about its function. Before the Scan Pyramids announcement, French architect Jean-Pierre Houdin had theorized the existence of an internal ramp system used to construct the Great Pyramid. His model suggested that such ramps would leave behind large voids or galleries within the structure. He proposed that a spiraling ramp ascending from the base was used to lift the massive stone blocks. The discovery of the Big Void aligns remarkably with Houdin's predictions. While not definitively proving his entire theory, the void's location and dimensions provide compelling circumstantial evidence for such a construction method, offering a potential explanation for its existence. Beyond the internal ramp theory, other hypotheses about the Big Void's purpose are being considered. Some Egyptologists suggest it could be a relief chamber, designed to alleviate pressure on the Grand Gallery below, similar to chambers above the King's Chamber. Others propose it might be a true, undiscovered ceremonial chamber, possibly containing sarcophagi or treasures yet unknown. Without direct access, determining its function remains challenging. The absence of any known entrance, combined with its scale, indicates it was not meant for easy access, reinforcing its enigmatic nature. The discovery of the Big Void has ignited new research and debate. While its existence is confirmed by multiple muon detection techniques, its exact nature and purpose are still under intense investigation. Future plans for the Scan Pyramids project include more precise muon mapping and potentially deploying smaller, remote-controlled robots to explore the void if access can be safely achieved without damaging the structure. This ongoing scientific endeavor underscores a cautious, systematic approach, prioritizing the preservation of the monument while pushing the boundaries of discovery. Far from the monumental scale of the Great Pyramid, the tomb of Tutankhamun, discovered by Howard Carter in 1922, captured the world's imagination with its untouched treasures. Yet, even this thoroughly documented find has recently become the center of a new, highly contentious search for hidden chambers. The small size of Tutankhamun's tomb, considered unbefitting a pharaoh, has long led some to speculate it might have been an hastily adapted antechamber for another, more significant burial. This theory laid the groundwork for modern investigation into its potential secrets, pushing the boundaries of what we thought we knew. In 2015, British Egyptologist Nicholas Reeves proposed a sensational theory. Hidden behind two walls in Tutankhamun's burial chamber lay the untouched tomb of Queen Nefertiti, legendary beauty, and possibly a powerful female pharaoh. Reeves observed faint cracks and unusual wall paintings suggesting two doorways had been plastered over and decorated. He cited the tomb's peculiar layout, with a right-angle turn, as evidence it was an extension of an earlier, larger tomb. This bold hypothesis ignited a fervent debate and prompted immediate calls for non-invasive investigation. Reeves based his theory on several points of evidence, meticulously observed from high-resolution images of the tomb walls. He highlighted a specific mural depicting Tutankhamun performing the opening of the mouth ritual for his predecessor, a ceremony typically performed for the pharaoh who died. Reeves argued that the figure being ritualized showed features more akin to Nefertiti. Furthermore, certain cartouches had been altered, suggesting an original occupant later replaced by Tutankhamun. These artistic and architectural anomalies, he contended, strongly supported the idea of a pre-existing tomb. Following Reeves' theory, the Egyptian Ministry of Antiquities granted permission for initial GPR scans. In November 2015, Japanese radar specialist Hirokatsu Watanabe conducted the first non-invasive examination of Tutankhamun's burial chamber walls. Using advanced GPR equipment, Watanabe scanned the north and west walls where Reeves proposed hidden doorways. His initial findings were highly encouraging. Watanabe reported detecting anomalies consistent with voids and organic or metallic materials behind the plaster, indicating the presence of man-made structures and potentially artifacts. Hirokatsu Watanabe's radar results were presented with considerable optimism. His data suggested two distinct anomalies, one behind the north wall and another behind the west wall. According to Watanabe, the data showed clear indications of a cavity extending some distance behind the north wall, along with metallic and organic signatures. These findings were enthusiastically supported by then Minister of Antiquities, Mamdouh al-Damati, who stated there was a 90% chance that something was indeed there. This initial wave of excitement fueled international anticipation for a discovery that could rival Carter's original find. Despite the initial enthusiasm, the Egyptian Ministry of Antiquities sought further verification before proceeding with any physical intervention. In March 2016, a second, more extensive GPR survey was conducted by a team from National Geographic. Their scans covered broader areas of the tomb, aiming to provide a comprehensive dataset. However, the results from the National Geographic team were notably different. They reported finding no conclusive evidence of hidden chambers or voids. Their advanced GPR equipment did not detect the anomalies Watanabe had reported, casting significant doubt on the initial positive findings and introducing a conflicting narrative. The discrepancy between Watanabe's and National Geographic's findings sparked immediate debate within the archaeological community. Some suggested that differences in GPR equipment, scanning frequencies, or environmental conditions within the tomb could explain the conflicting results. Others argued that the initial anomalies might have been artifacts of the equipment or interference rather than actual structures. This disagreement highlighted the challenges of interpreting GPR data, especially in complex ancient environments. It underscored the necessity of independent verification and the rigorous application of scientific method in such high-stakes investigations. To resolve the conflicting data, a third, independent GPR survey was commissioned in 2018. This time, the task fell to a team from Turin Polytechnic, led by Professor Francesco Porcelli. Their mission was to conduct the most comprehensive and technologically advanced radar scan yet, using multiple frequencies and sophisticated analysis techniques. The stakes were incredibly high, with the international archaeological community awaiting definitive answers to the Nefertiti theory. Professor Porcelli's team approached the investigation with extreme caution, aware of the prior inconsistencies and the pressure to deliver clarity. After months of meticulous data collection and analysis, Professor Porcelli presented his team's findings in May 2018. The verdict was definitive. The Turin Polytechnic scans found no evidence of hidden rooms or voids behind the walls of Tutankhamun's burial chamber. Porcelli stated with 99% certainty that there were no anomalies indicating a secret chamber, effectively disproving Nicholas Reeves' theory based on radar data. The Egyptian Ministry of Antiquities officially accepted these findings, bringing an end to the intense search for Nefertiti's tomb within Tutankhamun's. Despite Professor Porcelli's conclusive report, Nicholas Reeves maintained that his theory was not entirely disproven. He suggested that the radar equipment used might not have been sensitive enough to detect very small or tightly packed chambers, or that the specific conditions of the tomb walls could have obscured the readings. Reeves continued to point to the visual and architectural anomalies as compelling evidence, arguing that while radar found nothing, it didn't necessarily mean nothing was there. This illustrates the persistent nature of archaeological debate, even in the face of advanced technological evidence. The search for Nefertiti's tomb behind Tutankhamun's walls serves as a powerful case study in the complexities of modern archaeology. It showcases the immense promise of non-invasive technology but also its limitations and the challenges of data interpretation. While the scientific consensus, backed by multiple, high-tech radar surveys, leans strongly towards the absence of hidden chambers, the human element of interpretation and the desire for grand discoveries continue to fuel discussion. The story underscores the rigorous, often slow, process of validating findings in a field where every discovery impacts historical understanding. Beyond the iconic sites of Giza and the Valley of the Kings, vast swaths of Egypt's ancient landscape remain underexplored. The necropolis of Saqqara, south of Cairo, is a prime example. Home to the Step Pyramid of Djoser, the earliest monumental stone building, Saqqara has been a site of continuous discovery for centuries. In recent years, it has yielded an astonishing number of well-preserved sarcophagi, mummies, and burial shafts, suggesting its potential for hidden chambers and untouched tombs is far from exhausted. Its sheer scale and millennia of continuous use make it a treasure trove. Under the supervision of Dr. Zahi Halas, recent excavations at Saqqara have uncovered hundreds of sarcophagi, some dating back to the late period. In 2020 to 2021, archaeologists discovered a cache of 59 wooden coffins sealed for over 2,500 years, followed by another 100 coffins and 40 gilded statues. These discoveries, often found in deep, previously unmapped burial shafts, underscore how much still lies hidden beneath Saqqara's sands. Each new find, while not a hidden chamber in the traditional sense, opens up new avenues for exploration and reinforces the belief that more significant discoveries await. The extensive, multi-layered nature of Saqqara, with burials spanning different dynasties and periods, suggests an immense potential for undiscovered chambers. GPR and other subsurface imaging technologies are increasingly being deployed across Saqqara to map the necropolis non-invasively, identifying areas of interest before digging. Experts believe that the discovery of entire new tombs and perhaps even an entire royal necropolis, like that of the Second Dynasty, could still be a possibility. Saqqara remains a testament to Egypt's enduring secrets, continually revealing new aspects of ancient life and death. The Valley of the Kings, famed burial ground of pharaohs, continues to be a site of active exploration. While many of its known tombs have been extensively studied, the application of new technologies suggests that some areas might still hold secrets. For example, recent GPR surveys in the western wadi of the valley have detected anomalies that could indicate undiscovered burial shafts or small tombs. The sheer density of burials and the challenging geology mean that complete mapping has been difficult, yet the allure of an untouched royal tomb still drives systematic, technologically aided searches. The path from detecting an anomaly to confirming a hidden chamber is fraught with challenges. Non-invasive technologies provide clues, not definitive answers. As seen with Tutankhamun's tomb, interpreting data can be complex and lead to disagreements. Any physical intrusion, such as drilling a small hole for a camera, risks irreversible damage to irreplaceable heritage. Therefore, archaeologists must weigh the scientific desire for validation against the paramount need for preservation. This delicate balance often leads to lengthy periods of debate, rescanning, and careful planning before any physical action is taken. The significant investment in technology and expertise required for these investigations often necessitates international collaboration. Projects like Scan Pyramids, bringing together scientists from multiple nations, exemplify this approach. Sharing data, methodologies, and different interpretations fosters a more robust scientific process and reduces the risk of error or bias. This collaborative spirit, guided by the Egyptian Ministry of Antiquities, ensures that these precious historical sites are investigated with the highest ethical and scientific standards, pooling global resources to unlock ancient secrets. Every potential discovery of a hidden chamber or tomb comes with profound ethical considerations. Once opened, ancient spaces are exposed to new environments, risking degradation of delicate artifacts and murals. The context of a discovery is also critical. Simply finding a chamber is one thing, but understanding its place within the broader history requires meticulous study and preservation. Dr. Mustafa Waziri, Secretary General of the Supreme Council of Antiquities, consistently emphasizes that protecting Egypt's heritage is paramount, ensuring that future generations can also learn from these invaluable treasures. What are we truly missing? Beyond just physical chambers, the ongoing search for hidden spaces represents a quest for missing pieces of history. Each new discovery, whether a tomb or a void, offers unprecedented insights into ancient Egyptian beliefs, societal structures, construction methods, and even their cosmology. The artifacts within a sealed chamber could revolutionize our understanding of a particular pharaoh's reign or a specific historical period. These aren't just empty rooms, they are potential time capsules, waiting to reveal their narratives and reshape our historical perceptions. The Great Pyramid's Big Void reminds us that even the most thoroughly studied structures can hold astonishing secrets. While the dream of Nefertiti's tomb and Tutankhamun's resting place remains unfulfilled for now, the rigorous scientific process demonstrated the field's commitment to verifiable evidence. The constant drive to explore, using ever more sophisticated tools, ensures that the story of ancient Egypt is still being written. The hidden chambers, whether they are grand burial sites or construction remnants, represent the enduring allure of the unknown, beckoning us to continue our quest for truth. We are arguably in a new golden age of Egyptology, where technology and traditional archaeology work hand in hand. This synergy allows us to probe deeper, more safely, and more effectively than ever before. Every anomaly detected, every radar ping, every muon mapped, pushes the boundaries of our knowledge. What are we missing? Potentially, entire chapters of history, the untouched possessions of pharaohs, and perhaps even the final resting places of legendary figures. The answers lie beneath the sands, within the stones, and in the careful, patient work of those dedicated to unraveling Egypt's enduring mysteries.